Jacksonville Jaguars are up next. Jags are also at 7.5 here, Sam. And this is another one that's intriguing to go over for me. I don't know if the roster is there, but man, the foundation of Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and now Liam Coen. Liam Coen has a chance to get into this, right? We want to continue to have evidence of coaches elevating quarterbacks. And we have Liam Coen as the guy for Will Levis's peak. And I'm not saying he elevated Baker Mayfield or anything, because we've got a lot of confounding variables here. But Baker's coming off of his best statistical season, his second straight good season, one with Liam Coen, one without. But we've got some data points here that Liam's elevating some quarterbacks or getting the most out of quarterbacks, which I think gives an opportunity for Trevor Lawrence to maybe have his best season.
Have you seen the immediate rookie sighting overreaction that's happening at the moment with Travis Hunter?
Is he too skinny?
No, he can't run routes.
Oh, jeez. What did he do? Did he round
There's a couple
route?
Clips out there where he's just taking too many steps. So there's one where he's running like a comeback route and he takes too many steps and the ball's like a half yard out beyond him because he took an extra step. There's a clip at Colorado's pro day where he takes an extra step and Shedeur Sanders kind of double clutches the ball because of it, waits on him a beat. There's like 3 clips that somebody's put together. It's like, turns out Travis Hunter can't run routes at all. And now this is going to be remember when Jamar Chase dropped like a ton of passes in training camp or whatever? It's like Jamar Chase can't catch the football. Like this is the disaster.
Even as a production guy at heart, Sam, production matters the most. What you actually do on the football field, football playing matters the most. I'm going to push back on that narrative that the incredible athlete of Travis Hunter, who hasn't had the time to fully refine his game as a receiver, fully refine his game as a cornerback, will have an opportunity now to refine his game. And as just a good natural football player, I think he'll figure it out. That's my feeling on it.
I also, much like Jamar Chase, did not show a propensity for stone hands in his college career, which meant that the chances of him developing that over the course of a training camp were minimal. I feel like Travis Hunter's route running was pretty good in college. I doubt he just forgot everything he knew about route running in the first couple of days of practice. I would assume that there's a couple of bad reps in there, but actually he'll be a good route runner.
Steve's asking me about Trevor Lawrence being a consistent top 10 quarterback. I think he has it in him. My narrative got killed last year when he was so inconsistent early in the year, right? I always say don't always look for these perfect trends, but I still look for them. Turned a corner in 23, 22, carried it into 23, then got hurt. All right, bounced back in 24. No, didn't happen, right? I mean, the trajectory was pointed up, and then it kind of stalled a little bit with Trevor last year before he got hurt again. So, I don't know. Sustained top 10, that's kind of a low standard. I mean, Matthew Stafford's been a top 10 quarterback over the last few years, but I don't think he was a top 10 quarterback over the first 10 years of his career. So figure that one out. Depends on who's in the league. But I think Lawrence absolutely can get there. But consistency is a legitimate concern for Trevor Lawrence. And honestly, back to Clemson, we're talking throw for throw, game to game, and now even season to season, just when he turns the corner, maintaining it. I think that is a fair question for Trevor Lawrence over these last couple of years.
I mean, I think the general fair question of like, what is his ceiling now? Because he was talked about as, generational, best quarterback to come along since whoever. I don't think he has that ceiling in him. Like, I don't think that's on the table in the NFL. Like, he's not going to, I don't think Trevor Lawrence can put himself in the Josh Allen category of quarterbacks right now. Now, to be fair, most people can, but most people weren't talked about as the best prospects since Peyton Manning, John Elway, Andrew Luck, whatever. The question is how high up that rankings, whatever your theoretical abstract quarterback rankings are, like how high do you think he can push himself? I mean, is his ceiling significantly higher at this point than Baker Mayfield's?
Hey guys, just taking a quick break to tell you, hey, just over 50% of you are still unsubscribed to Check the Mic. It helps the channel. It helps to make sure that you don't miss any of our shows. So if you have a chance, hit the subscribe button right now. How are we defining ceiling?
We're not. You're defining it yourself.
Who did I describe as having a high? Kyler Murray. Like Kyler Murray has high ceiling games and plays, but low ceiling consistency. I wonder if that's what Trevor Lawrence is going to be. Like game to game, like there's been some games where he started to show it, especially in that stretch in 22 into 23 where he was carrying the team, but he'll have some bad games in there and just not maintain the success. So yeah, I mean, I think he still has top 8 quarterback potential because he's shown it. He's shown it for at least some stretches, just like Jordan Love. I don't think there's a big difference between Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Love. They've shown stretches, I think, of star power. I could say Baker's maybe shown that a little bit, but not as much. Stretches of star power and stretches of inconsistency. So I think he still has top 8 type of potential.
I mean, okay. I think Jordan Love's stretch of top end play is better than anything we've seen from Trevor Lawrence in the NFL.
I think you're misremembering. Anyway.
I don't. Misremembering whose? Love's or Lawrence?
Lawrence's stretch.
When was his stretch that rivals what Jordan Love did in the second half of 2023?
We played that same game, right? Which was like if you set the cutoff point at week 8 to the end of the season, this guy's QB2 or QB3. Lawrence had that stretch at the end of 22, I believe it was. And he started to carry it into 23 before he was playing with 5 injuries or whatever, and by week 13. So end of 22, Lawrence had that, just like Baker has that, right? He did, week 6 to the end of the season in 2020, Baker's QB2. Lawrence has that. Jordan Love has that. It's just a matter of maintaining it. I have concerns about the defense, consistent pass rush beyond Josh Hines-Allen. What?
I mean,
are you debunking?
Be surprised if those grades, if you spat out those weeks, I'd be surprised if those grades rival Jordan Love's.
Now I got to look it up. Go ahead.
You do that. I'll look at the defense.
Defense is a concern for the Jags. Go.
It is, yeah. I mean, right. Josh Hines-Allen is a stud. I think he's fantastic. They've got other players like Trayvon Walker is a fine, solid starter. He's not spectacular, but he's good and he's durable. Corner, I think, is a potential issue. They need Tyson Campbell to get back to his best play, which doesn't show massive signs of happening. The whole defense outside of that, I think, is a potential issue.
So if we go weeks 9 through 18 of 2022.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, 92.7. Lamar Jackson, 90.5. Trevor Lawrence, 90.3. Patrick Mahomes, 89.8.
That resulted in 90 for Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, you don't know how.
Oh, hang on. Is that you regular season or are you adding the playoffs in there as well?
Just regular season.
Okay.
Because we were talking about this going into the 22 playoffs. Remember, they finished and they lost in the divisional. They won the wild card game. They lost in the divisional round. And that was where narrative wise, it was like, all right, this is year 2 in the second half of year 2. And here's your big jump. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's probably a tick below where Love was. I mean, Love had more just straight up special, but yeah, we at least saw this stretch from Lawrence where in Josh Allen, like the top 5 quarterbacks were Burrow, Lamar, Lawrence, Mahomes, Allen, and then and Allen. So it's like, all right, for a stretch of time, he played at the same level as these other guys that he's supposed to be competing with. He's certainly not played like that consistently. But we saw it for a period of time, and at a time where it's like the back end of his sophomore year. Of course, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the best stretch of his career, and there were 4 or 5 games in there that were really impressive. But it didn't feel like as sustained a run as the Jordan Love run that we got in 2023, where basically for the entire second half of the season, he was playing out of his mind.
All that said, where are you going with the Jags here? 7.5.
What do we say their thing is?
Over under
7.5.
Yeah.
I'll go over that just because I'm excited about the combination on offense.
Yeah, I'll go over that as well. I think they'll be exciting offensively, and they might get the coordinator positive regression on defense too. It's not disastrous, but they were in rough shape defensively last year.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
For more great content, click here to subscribe and here to watch another video. We'll see you again soon.